To see you guys too. Hey everyone, and welcome to another lesson. Nice t-shirt. Yeah, it's yellow. And I just got back from being outside. Should have prepared some tea, but I didn't have enough time. So I'm going to be a little thirsty during this lesson. But it's okay, we could do the lesson anyway. And today we're going to have a lesson on pronunciation, which is going to be a little hard because I won't be able to hear you guys. Maybe I'll put on the sound at the end of the lesson, like the last 10 minutes, and we could try some tongue twisters together. You know, like seashells down by the seashore, shit, stuff like that. We could practice near the end of the lesson. But I guess what I'm going to do with you guys is go through some commonly mispronounced words. Oh, you love tongue twisters. All right. So I'm going to Google right now some commonly mispronounced words in the English language. Most common mispronounced words in English. Okay. So we have 100 most often mispronounced words and phrases in English. This should be interesting. Okay. Well, this one, the list I have in front of me isn't really for people who are learning English as a second language. It's actually for people who speak English as a first language, because even people who speak language even people who speak English as a first language make common mistakes because they don't actually understand what they're hearing. So let me give you an example. This is a really good example here. This is funny. I'm going to write what people say, and if any of you know how it's said properly, you can just write it. People are known to say, and I'm going to put it in quotes so you know it's not correct. People tend to say old-timers disease. You can hear some Americans say something like, my grandmother has old-timers disease. If you know what they mean to say, you can write it, because I'm going to write it for you soon. Yeah, there you go. Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the proper way. Old-timers is the wrong way. So old-timers is the wrong way. Alzheimer's is the proper way. Now, the reason why some people say old-timers disease is because Alzheimer's is something that old people get. Therefore, a lot of Americans confuse Alzheimer's and they think they're hearing old-timers, so they start saying old-timers disease. So that's a mistake that a lot of Americans make. And you, as a person who speaks English as a second language, you might even be able to correct an American who makes this mistake when you're out hanging out and stuff with your friends. You may hear someone say, yeah, my grandmother has old-timers disease. You may be able to say, hey, no, it's not old-timers, it's Alzheimer's. It's the name of the disease. It doesn't, you know, in the name itself, it doesn't mention age, you know, like old. No, it's just Alzheimer's, okay? So that's the first example. I knew that one, though, but I'm sure I don't know all of these. There's more I don't know. Antarctic. Oh, no, that was not interesting. Did it? Oh, we all know this one. We all know this one. How do people pronounce this word? This is it properly, but how do a lot of Americans pronounce this word in common day English? It's supposed to be pronounced ask, just like you see it, ask. But a lot of us don't pronounce it that way. And we pronounce it in a isk. I will write it. A lot of us actually pronounce it, ax. We say ax, like ask her a question. Ask her what she did yesterday. Did she ask you first? Did she ask you? A lot of us say ask. That's very common. I don't know if you guys watched the TV show Futurama. You know, Futurama has Bender, Fry, Lilia. I forgot her name. The girl from Futurama. I forgot the girl from Futurama's name, but yeah, we say axe. And in the TV show Futurama, they make fun of that. They absolutely make fun of that. So in the TV show Futurama, they always pronounce axe loud and clear so we can hear it. So they predict that in the future, everybody will say ax, and it will no longer be ask. It will only be ax. And the reason why we say ax is because it's easier to say. Leela, that's the girl from Futurama, Leela. And the reason we say ax is because it's easier to say. So there you go. We say ax, but it's actually ask. Okay, let's see. Athletic. No, I don't say that one. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. I said this one. Yeah, I'm guilty of this one too. Does anyone know how this is properly said? Now, if I explain this, this is like dangerous wire that you can't climb it or touch it. It's very dangerous. It's dangerous wire, basically. It's usually used to keep people. I'll try to include a picture here so you guys can see it. I'm saving an image now, and I'm going to upload this image as long as no one guessed it. Okay, no one guessed it. I'm going to upload this image now. Bonjour, moin. Oh, damn it. I think somebody got it already. God damn it. But just in case, let me show this picture anyway so everyone knows it. This is what we call bob wire. A lot of us call it bob wire. They usually have it around prisons, any place where people aren't supposed to get in. But it's supposed to be pronounced, just like somebody already said, it's supposed to be pronounced barbed wire. Barbed wire. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced, and that's how it actually is. Barbed wire. Not bob wire, but barbed wire. Yeah, in prisons. It's funny because you guys say in prisons. I remember in one school I went to, we had it around our schools. Around our school, we had that. Not just prisons, but around our school, we had barbed wire. Because I don't know, in America, we even have metal detectors at a lot of our schools. We have metal detectors because kids brings guns. They bring guns and stuff sometimes. So yeah, we have barbed wire. We had metal detectors. What else did we have that was crazy? That's really it, you know. But yeah, we had some crazy things going on in our schools. Very crazy. Yeah, very, very, very crazy. It's like you go to school and you never ever come out. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. As about metal detectors, this can understand. We have too. Oh, you have metal detectors in Russia? Or oh, sorry, you're not in Russia, right? Yeah, not in Russia. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think you have it in Russia. Definitely not. Yeah. And Ksenia Baranova, I think I have you on Instagram. Your face looks real familiar. I think you're on my Instagram. But yeah, anyway, barbed wire. Okay, let's get to another one. Another common mistake we have in my old school for protection. Funny, because we have it around our schools to protect people from the children. In your school, it was to protect children from people. Us is protect the people from the children because the children are dangerous. All right, let's see. No. Let's see. No. No. Oh. Oh no, that was not a mistake. It's just how we pronounce it. No. 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 That's it. No. 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 Wow, these are not. Oh, this is true. Okay, this is a good one. I've even made this mistake. That's because of rap music. Okay, so this is what we say. Does anyone know how this is said properly? I don't know. I have no idea about different times of day. Does anyone know how this phrase is supposed to be said? Even though we say doggy dog world, what is it supposed to actually dog close? It's not dog eat a dog, but it's close. It's very close, but not dog eat a dog. Any ideas? I mean, that's very close. Just take away one letter from that and you got it. Yeah, it's dog eat dog world. It's dog eat dog world. It's yes, it's a cruel world. It's dangerous. Trust nobody. Tomorrow's never promised. All that stuff kind of represents the dog eat dog world. Yeah, yeah. Let me see what they say on this site about it. Dog eat dog world. Um, yeah, they say the world is even worse than you think. If you think it is merely a doggy dog world, sorry to be the bearer of such bad news. So yeah, it's a phrase that reminds you that the world is harsh, life is tough. It's tough, you know. You got to be a wolf to take care of that dog or something. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy world. Crazy, crazy world. All right, try another one. You add the D on the like escape, no expression, etc., etc. Ah, this is a good one. I do this one too. I do this one too. This is a good one. A lot of people do this. This is what we say. Does anyone know what this is supposed to be? We say etc. But how is it supposed to be pronounced? Etc. This is a hard one because the proper way doesn't even look like English. Yeah, that's what it means. So on. Yes. But there you go. It's etc. There you go. Etc. Now, this one, it doesn't even seem like English. So I can't like be mad at myself or any other Americans for not knowing it. But it doesn't even look English. It looks French or Spanish, but it definitely doesn't look like an English phrase at all. Not even a little bit. But it's separate. It's two words. It's two words. Even when you put the short version, etc. for etc., that's fine, but it's representing two words. Like Spanish for me. Etc. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But I know it's not like English based because that looks extremely funny to me. So is there a way to, or maybe Latin, is there a way to say etc. in Russian? And hold on, I'll be back. I'm going to get a Red Bull. All right. It has sense. It could be. It could be Latin. Okay. The taste of this Red Bull isn't so great. It's been open in a refrigerator for 4 days, and now it tastes like everything in my refrigerator in one can. I can't drink that. I gotta drink a new one. That is disgusting. All right, so let's get to the next one. Jeez, Christ. This one is funny, and this is true. But you guys are going to guess this one easily. This one is easy. Let's just see who's the first to write it. But this one is extremely easy. I believe all of you are going to know it. We pronounce this word like this, February. But how is it really supposed to be pronounced and spelled? February. February. But we say February. February. You know, February was actually the hardest month for me to spell. I didn't learn to spell it properly maybe until I was like 18 years old. I always spelled it wrong. I always spelled it wrong. And Wednesday. I always spelled Wednesday wrong. Because we say Wednesday, but it's like Wednesday. But I always spelled it Wednesday, you know? I always spelled that wrong. But yeah, February. I mean, I'm still going to say February. I mean, I know it's February. I'm still going to say February because it's much easier. So some of these are not necessarily mistakes all the time. It's just how we pronounce the words in general. So we don't say February, we say February because it's easy. It's much easier than saying February. Come on, February, February. Just try to say February 5 times fast. February, 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 February. Now, it's much harder than saying February 5 times fast. February, 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 February. It's much easier. So that's why we say it. So not everything is about it being incorrect. It's just, it's easier that way. Why not? You know? Okay, let's see. Drawer is so tricky. Drawer. Okay, let's work on drawer. Drawer. I'll write it properly. Well, the thing with drawer is, like, let's evolve. Let's evolve. I'm gonna show you the steps. I don't want to just give you the word yet. So let's start with the word draw. Like, you guys know what it means to draw. It's как сказать draw по-русски? Помоги мне, guys. Like to draw something. Yes, yeah, yashik. Okay, yashik, right? That's to draw. I guess I'm trusting you. Oh shit! 1 second. God damn it. Okay. Draw like when you like an artist, like when you draw a picture. You know, you draw a picture or something. How сказать draw по-русски? I want to make sure everyone understands this word. It's a verb. Рисовать. Рисовать. Okay, рисовать. Excellent. That's to draw. Now, let's start with pronouncing the word draw. The word draw is like dr, aw. Aw. If you can say aw, you can say draw. Draw. It's simple. Draw. Long O. There's no O in draw. There's no O. Maybe you mean A? Draw. It's not an O sound at all. It's an aw sound. Like with law, paw, Santa Claus, you know, claws, jaws, okay? It's the usual AW sound. No, that would be more like droll. No, it's different. You gotta remember the A sound when a W is following it is very different than the A sound before any other letter. So you see this as draw. It's pronounced draw. But if you change that W and make it like a M, it would be dram. You make it a T, it'll be drat. You make it a P, it'll be drap. But because it's a W, it's draw. It changes the sound of the A. Draw. It's a deeper A, but it's not an O. Yes, but it's not an O. It's not an O at all. That would be kind of misleading. You know, but you just got to understand that when an A or O follows the is before the W, it typically is pronounced with a deeper voice, you know. So yeah, draw. Now, draw versus drawer. Draw versus drawer. Basically what it is us saying drawer and adding an R. Forget the E. So it's like drawer. Go in a drawer. Go in a drawer. Yeah, I was in a drawer yesterday. So don't think of drawer. Don't think of like going ER, like drawer, or those are my drawers. No, forget the E and kind of just drawer, 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 with a fast W sound, drawer, drawer. But you got to get the W sound in there because you don't want to just say jar, jar, jar. No, it's a deep A sound. And when you make that deep A sound, automatically in our minds, we know is followed by a W because that is the only time we give the A that sound. Let me repeat that one more time. I don't know those. I don't know how to read that. Let me explain it one more time. So when we see like this example, okay, you see this? These are two words. And in both these words, the A sound has a completely different sound. On the left, it's lat. On the right, it's law. On the left, it's lat. On the right, it's law. Okay, another example. You have this. On the left, it's pat. On the right, it's paw. On the left, it's pat. And on the right, it's paw. And that's how it always is. Typically, not every time, but like 90% of the time, when a W is after the A is pronounced deeper. Now, knowing this, when we hear a deep A sound, we automatically assume a W is after it. So when you make that deep A sound sometimes, You don't need to make the W sound at all because we hear the W in that deep A sound. So you don't have to pronounce the W. So for example, I'll show you like this. We're learning to say drawer, right? So let's pretend that big A is a deep A sound. The deep A sound, which we know when we hear that deep A sound, that means there's a W after it. So you're able to pronounce this drawer, 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 drawer with a deep A. You don't have to say drawer, drawer, drawer. You could completely ignore the W because when you make that deep A sound, we know there's a W after it. So all you have to say is drawer, drawer, drawer. That's it. Just draw, drawer. You understand? Just drawer. So I'm wearing drawers right now. My drawers are gray, and I took my drawers out the drawer like an hour ago. I took my drawers out the drawer. Okay? So there you go. Drawer, drawer. So you can say drawer. You can put a little W in there. That's fine. But it's not needed because as long as you make that A sound properly, we're going to know that there's a W following the A. Drawer, drawer. You could totally skip the W. Remember, you can skip it. Forget that W and just drawer, drawer, drawer. Okay, and remember, it's a diphthong. Two sounds. It's not really just one sound. Drawer. It's diphthong. So drawer, drawer, drawer. Okay, drawer. There's two sounds in there. Drawer. So it's like high, then it goes low a little. Drawer. So yeah, drawer is a hard word. That's a hard ass word. Definitely a hard word. I can't blame you guys for wanting to know how to say that one. God damn it. All right, let's get to the next one. Unless you guys have another question, because this one was a question from you guys. So if you have another question or something you want help with, let me know. I am here for you guys. Anything else? All right, so let's move on. Close. See, that one's much easier. It's just confusing because of how it looks, but the pronunciation is very simple. It's just close, like zakrevat. Like to close the door, like zakrevat, is close. Close. It's spelled clothes, but it's just close. So yeah, it's literally just close, like when you close the door. So I mean, okay, I'll write it, but I'll write it how it's pronounced. Now, that's not how you spell close, but I'm trying to write it how it's pronounced. Close. That's it. Close. Plain and simple. Why is it spelled clothes? I really don't know. Just, this one thing I like better about Russian than English is actually because English, we have a lot of words, too many words that can be spelled many ways and many words that are not pronounced the way they're spelled. In Russian, that's much rarer. That's way more rare. It's редко. Only problem I have with Russian and Russian people is that they're lazy and they never actually put the yo when it's a yo instead of a yeah. They always use yeah instead of yo sometimes. That's the one thing I don't like about the Russian language because people, I don't know if they're lazy or it's just because the yo is like so far away, but it's like they're two different goddamn letters. You understand? God damn it. It just pissed me off a little bit, but I understand because the yo is like far away from all the other letters. It's like next to the escape button. So, all right, whatever. I guess I get it, but that does kind of piss me off a little bit. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's very far away. So people, just get lazy and it's like, all right, whatever. So I'm scared to read words in Russian with the yeah or yo in it. I'm scared to read it. So like I used to live at Yermaka, David, Yermaka. When I first saw it, I didn't know if it was Yermaka or Yormarka. Yormarka. I didn't fucking know because I thought they just didn't put it. So I was just like Ermaka, David, Ermaka. And I tried to skip it until one day someone told me it's Yermaka. And I was like, okay. But I was scared to say Yormarka or Yermaka, and it was the other one. What about ice and eyes pronunciation? One has an S, one has a Z. Ice, S, eyes, Z. Ice and eyes. Ice and eyes. Yeah, that one's simple. Yeah, close one was simple. Ice and eyes is simple. Just that drawer one. I know that one's hard as hell. That one is annoying. Yeah, something like pronouncing the end of drawer makes me feel like a dog who's sad. Drawer. Yeah, kind of weird. Yarmarka. Yarmarka. Or that. Well, Russians understand each other. It's something unconscious. I don't think you mean unconscious. I see what you're trying to say. It's automatic. It's second nature. It's built in. It's sort of like a muscle response of the brain. You know it automatically. We just know. Yeah, I know. I see. God damn it. You guys just know. All right. Let's get to the next one. Film? What the fuck? No. Uh-oh. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. No. No. Looking for another one. Oh, really? No, I knew that one too. Oh, here's another one. We say this. Now, I want to ask you guys, is this a word? Conversate. Is this a word, yes or no? Right, it doesn't exist. But you can definitely hear Americans use the word conversate. And I know why I use the word conversate. I know exactly why. Yeah, it's my fault. No, it's not my fault. But there's a song I listen to. One of my favorite rappers. He uses the word conversate. He says conversate, sex on the first date. So I thought conversate was a real word, and I started using it because of that song. And I also heard another song they said conversate, so I thought it was a real word. But it actually isn't a real word. It is a slang word that people understand, and I'm sure eventually it will be put into the dictionary. But as of now, it is not in the dictionary. It is slang only. It is not a real word. So it's not conversate, it's just converse. Let's converse on certain topics or something, okay? But no conversate. All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, see what else we have. Here we go. Listen on Jewel. Oh, this might be a good one. Let's see. I think this one is easy. Yeah, it's easy. Some people don't know how to say this word properly. They say jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. When it's jewelry, jewelry. But some people say jewelry. Does anyone know how to spell this properly? Jewelry. This says jewelry. But how do we actually pronounce this word? The way it's spelled. This one's a tough one. Yeah. Yes, this one is jewelry. It's jewelry. So right now I'm wearing some jewelry. God damn it, I have something around my neck and in my ears, but you can't see it right now because I'm wearing the naushniki. But yeah, it's jewelry. A lot of us say jewelry. It's another tough word. It's kind of tough. I don't know how many Russians have a problem with this word, but I know Germans do because they have a problem with that L and R together stuff, like in squirrel and stuff. So I know jewelry. Yeah, jewelry. Yeah. What I want to say, yeah, I know a lot of Germans have a problem with this word, but I don't know if a lot of Russians do. You guys can let me know if it's difficult or not for you to say jewelry. So for the next 10 seconds, practice saying jewelry. I'm going to run, throw some tea in my cup with some sugar, and come back. All right. Luxurious. Luxurious. All right. So, any questions about jewelry? Jewelry. 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 Actually, jewelry is actually pronounced like this. I'll write it. How's best way to pronounce it? You can get away with this. You can get away with this. Jewelry. She has on some nice jewelry. You can get away with that. That'll be absolutely fine. No one's gonna notice or anything. So you can get away with saying jewelry. Jewelry. That's absolutely fine. Okay? With L. Jewelry. Yes, with L, definitely. Okay. Next. Luxurious. Okay. Luxurious. Luxurious. I guess that's difficult to pronounce. Luxurious. I wouldn't know how to spell it with Russian letters. Let me see. Where's my Russian keyboard? Oh, it's over there. I'm too lazy. Luxurious. Luxurious. Yeah, it might be kind of hard. I wish I had the microphone on. I'll put it on a little later, and then I can hear you guys practice that word, because that was a tough one too. But I can pronounce it syllable at a time. So first is lux. Lux. Lux is easy to say. Lux. Then you have Yuri. Yuri. Luxury. But see, the thing is, when you actually pronounce luxure, the X before the U becomes a Z, similar to the Z you have in Russian, kind of similar. So it's not luxurious, it's luxurious. Luxurious. So it's kind of like a luxurious. 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 Yeah. So it's a very interesting word to pronounce, luxurious. And right now in Novosibirsk, I'm looking for a luxurious apartment, but it's really hard to find it in the building I want to live in. It's so hard. So there you go. Luxurious. 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 All right. Any other suggestions you guys have? Let me get rid of this. Let me look at the list. Oh, this one is hilarious. This one is hilarious. I'm going to teach this one because it's funny. This is how a lot of Americans pronounce this. And I've noticed this every time. But how is this actually said? How is it actually spelled and pronounced? My father does this all the time. I mean, I never correct him because I don't want to be an asshole. But he says this every time he talks about them. He always says this. And I'm always like, he's so wrong. You're missing a space. Ooh, that is strong. $1 million out of town till I'm super rich. G-Unit, fuck who you get. Ku Klux Klan? What? No. The Ku Klux Klan. That sounds like, I don't even want to say what that sounds like, honestly. But no, it's simple. It's just Ku Klux Klan. That's it. And the reason why I'm teaching this is because I feel a lot of black people look kind of stupid when they complain about them, but they don't say their names properly. It's like, yeah, America's terrible. We have groups like the Ku Klux Klan. I'm like, God damn it. It's not Clue, damn it. It's just just Ku. You know, so it's a little embarrassing and shit, but yeah, it's Ku Klux Klan. Jesus Christ. And what's funny is, I know I told you guys before, but there's there was a funny joke I made up. Well, it's not even a joke. It's something that actually happened. In St. Petersburg during the summer, they have something called white nights. And that's when the sun is like up like the whole day. You know, they have white nights. But in America, the only thing known as white nights are the Ku Klux Klan. That's it. So I had this one student here in Novosibirsk, and she missed a few classes. And when she came back, I said, "Hey, where have you been?" And she was like, "I was celebrating the White Knights in St. Petersburg." And I was like, "Bitch, are you serious?" And but then they explained it to me, but I just couldn't believe it. She said, "I was celebrating the White Knights in St. Petersburg." What the fuck you doing in this class, asshole? But I learned something, so she excused me for that. But anyway, let's move on. Principal. Who says principal? No one says that. Well, it's not common. Principal? I wouldn't know about that. Principal. All right, let's see what's the next one. Let's see. Linux. Law and order. Let's see. Leash. This is another good one. Okay. How is this one? Yeah, or you can call them polar days. How is this word supposed to be pronounced and or spelled? Yes, library. But in Futurama, they make fun of this too. In Futurama, that TV show, the serial, they make fun of this word too. A lot of it just say library because it's easier, but it's library. But no one really uses this word anymore because of the internet. Ever since the internet, how often do you hear people say, "Let's go to the library"? Let's go to the library. How often do you hear that anymore? How often? It's extremely rare now because of the internet. Philip, greetings. All right. And the issues, right. People don't like using two R's in the same word. They definitely don't like using two R's in the same word. You're very right. You're very, very right. They tend to make one disappear. That's absolutely true. I agree with you on that. All right, so let's keep moving. We have another 10 minutes and I'll put the sound on. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. This is how we say this word, miniature. A lot of us say miniature, but how should it be pronounced or spelled? Oh, boy. Yeah, I will write it. Does it seem like no one knows it? It's actually miniature. Miniature. And now miniature means like a small version of. So for example, I'll try to show you guys a miniature horse. Okay, 1 second. Okay, uploading the photo. See? Now, one horse is normal, one horse is miniature. And obviously, the miniature horse is to the left, and the normal horse is to the right. That horse is slightly bigger than usual, but it's not a Clydesdale. The Clydesdales are the really, really, really big horses. So there you go. That's miniature. So it's not just miniature. Miniature is miniature. Miniature horse. Right. Okay. Any other suggestions or questions and shit? Receipt is often misspelled. Yes, receipt is also often misspelled. But we pronounce it just without the P. Receipt. We just take the P away. Take the P away. Like a toilet. We just take the P away. Okay, excellent. Let's go to another one. Mischievous. No. Nuclear. Oh, God. Nuptial. Nope. Often. Nope. Ordinance. No. What's this? Australia. Ha! It's parliament. Percolate. No. Prerogative. Oh, wow. Really? I didn't even know this one. Shit. Once again, I messed up because of music. Oh, let me see. Salmon, herb, dumb. Any other non-obvious examples of words with silent consonants? Salmon, herb, dumb. I don't know why I'm reading it salmon. I guess I'm obviously reading it wrong. Let me see what word that is. Oh, salmon. Right, salmon, the fish. Right. I don't know why I was reading salmon. What's funny, some people actually pronounce it salmon. I know it's salmon. Salmon is absolutely correct, but some people actually pronounce it salmon. Salmon fish. Some people say herb. It depends on what they're talking about. So for example, there is a kind of person who's not tough. He's not very he can't defend himself well. He would be a herb. And they would spell it Herb. He's a herb. He's not tough. And some people who own these stores where they don't sell real medicine, sometimes they refer to this medicine as herbal medicine or herbal ointments. And some will just say herbal. Dumb, yeah, no one puts the B after dumb. Nobody puts the B after dumb. Doubt, climbing. I can give you guys a billion of these. Don't forget about the double T. A lot of times the double T is silent when it comes to an N at the end of the word. For example, silent T. That's not kitten, it's kitten. That's not Manhattan, it's Manhattan. Manhattan, kitten, Manhattan, both quiet. Again, that's not Latin, it's Latin. Latin. When you're talking about a person in America, we say they're from Latin America. So there's many, many examples of that. Same thing with continental. I mean, I kind of. Same thing with international. A lot of us say international instead of international. Yeah, it's an international flight or it's an international team. International. A lot of us say international. Same thing with when you're learning English. Now, here in Russia, a lot of people say intermediate, but in countries where they speak English as the first language, we'll say intermediate. He's at the intermediate level. She's at the intermediate level. I'm at the intermediate level of Russian. Something like that. We'll say intermediate. We wouldn't pronounce that T. So a lot of times in American English, the T is silent. It's all lazy. That's what I've been telling you guys for the past 2 years or however long I've been doing these lessons, that American English is extremely, extremely lazy. Very, very lazy. There's no other way to put it. It's the laziest English in existence, in my opinion. Very lazy. Okay, anything else you guys want to add? We have another 15 minutes. Now I'm getting hot. Whew. I'll take my shirt off soon. I just know after this, I'm going to have a nice rest. Mustard. That's why there are so many gotta, wanna, and so on. Yeah, conjunctions. Yeah, because we're lazy, so we could squeeze 2 or 3 words together. What's the one word that we squeeze together? It's like 4 words in one word. What was it? Well, actually, the word ain't is a pure example of how lazy we are. When you find out all the definitions of the word ain't, you will figure out why we're so lazy. You will figure out because that word ain't has there's so many ways to use ain't in American English. It's unbelievable. There's so many ways. Past tense, present. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, for past and present, there's so many ways to use it. He ain't used to it. Yeah, that's an example. Ain't and won't. There's a billion differences because ain't has a lot of different meanings. So I can give you a sentence. I guess this is how we can finish off the class here. I can give you guys a sentence, and you can tell me what words are replaced by the word ain't. So for example, I ain't going. I ain't going. What words did ain't replace? I ain't going. Right, I'm not. I ain't going, so it's am not. So that's one. So we have one. Let me write it. Boże mój. Am not. That's one. I said I ain't going. Am not. So let's try another one. Let me make it small. Okay, we'll do another. I am not going. I ain't going. All right, here's another one. She ain't guilty. She ain't guilty. She ain't guilty. Right. So then you have is not. Okay. So you have am not, is not. Then you have they ain't do anything. No. Let's do this one. They ain't pretty. They ain't beautiful. They ain't beautiful. Let's do that one. They ain't beautiful. They aren't. Yes, they ain't beautiful. Then you have are not. There you go. Let's try another one. Okay, let's try. They ain't do it. They ain't do it. They ain't do it. They ain't do it. Yes, did it. They ain't do it. They ain't do it yet. Didn't. Okay. Let's see. Am not, is not, are not, didn't. Also, there's also, for example, this one's hard. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no woman perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody special. The most popular example is the song Ain't Nobody High Enough. There are not. Ain't no mountain high enough. You have it, but just without the word not. There are. Right, there are. There are no mountains high enough. Right. There are. Okay, there's another one. So we have am not, is not, are not, didn't, there are. There's more. Let's see. Oh, wait, we already got that. That's all I get for now. That's all I have for now. But I think there's more. Let me go look. Let me go look. See if I can find more. It's funny because I search all the, I Google searched it and I see my video because I have it in videos list. I see my video. Oh my God. That's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna go listen to me real quick because I trust me. All right. Wait, let me put this. I'm actually gonna put this video up here. And we're just gonna watch it together because I think I did a really good job in this video. It was a long ass time ago. Yo, what's up, lazy English world? It's your boy Flosco here. And today I want to teach you one of the most laziest words in the English language. And that word is ain't. 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 The word ain't is slang and it's improper, but you can still find it in any dictionary. And the dictionaries themselves will tell you that it is slang and improper. You shouldn't use this word in school or at work, but with your friends, definitely, because it's one of the laziest words you could possibly use. Now, what exactly does ain't means? Well, a lot. I'll tell you 6 of them right now. Am not, is not, are not, has not, have not, and did not. So I will give you an example for each. I'm fucking
If
up,
I want to
guys.
tell someone I am not a rich person, which I'm not rich at all. But if I want to tell someone that in a lazier way, using ain't, I would say I ain't a rich person. I ain't a rich person because my money isn't that great. So basically in that sentence, ain't replaced am not. Next example is with is not. This cup is not blue. This cup is not blue. If I wanted to use the word ain't, I would say this cup ain't blue because it's red. It ain't blue. And in that sentence, ain't replaced is not or isn't. You can also replace it with isn't. And isn't is just a shorter way of saying is not. Next example is using are not. For example, these are my glasses and they are not, no.
God damn it.
These are my shoes. And dirty ass shoes got fucking cat hair. These are my teeth. And they are not yellow. But if I wanted to be lazier about it, I would say they ain't yellow. Because ain't will replace are not. Next example is with has not. I could say, my cat has not misbehaved recently. My cat ain't misbehaved recently. And it's just that simple. 2 more examples and then I will test you. This one's going to sound weird. I have not been violated. I have not been violated. Using ain't in that sentence is, I ain't been violated. I ain't been violated. Now, one more example. I did not visit my mother yesterday.
You know what's funny about me watching this video? It's not that I'm looking at myself, because I'm used to looking at myself, because I used to do movies and television shows when I lived in New York, so that's normal for me. But what's funny is as I'm watching this video, I hear the people in the background screaming. And I remember how dangerous my neighborhood was when I was making these videos. And I was scared to tell people outside that I was doing these videos because I thought they would hurt me for being such, like a loser or a nerd, I never told anybody in my neighborhood that I made these videos, but as I'm making these videos, trying to be somebody different than everyone else, I was just like the only person, and outside was so dangerous. I just like as I'm watching it, just watch the video, you can hear people screaming like outside.
And if you want to use ain't in that sentence, it's, I ain't visit my mother yesterday. I ain't visit her. Now remember, ain't is improper, but it's so easy to use and is very good for lazy people. Now I want to test you. I'm going to give you 3 sentences, and in each sentence, I want you to try to guess how to use the word ain't in these sentences. Ready? Let's go. First test question. She is not a Russian girl. She is not a Russian girl. Now how would you replace that? Did you get it? Well, the correct answer is she ain't a Russian girl. She ain't a Russian girl. Ain't replaced is not. Next test question. I did not hurt myself. I did not hurt myself. Now replace that with ain't. Did you get it? Well, the correct answer is I ain't hurt myself. I ain't hurt myself. Pretty simple. Now, one more before we go. We are staying, but they are not. We are staying.
The first one, I ain't visitor.
But they are not. And the correct answer is we are staying, but they ain't. We are staying, but they ain't. And that's basically it. So that's the end of the episode for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it.
So yeah, that's basically ain't. I'm old now. That's young Filochko. That's young Filochko was a very, very, very different person than Filochko you see today. That was 4, almost 5 years ago. Now I can't even imagine doing that, making those videos. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It was a really nice thing I did. It's a good thing I did. It was very helpful, but I could never do that shit again. Only if I run out of money. If I ever run out of money and I'm living in a bad neighborhood again, I'll do it again. But I don't have those problems anymore, so I don't think I'm gonna do it. Talent, I'm pretty busy with something all the time, by the way. Seeing you for ages. Who, me? Oh, yeah. Who's back? Talent. Oh, wow. Yeah, Talent. What she calls herself. Yeah, she's been busy. She texted me once. That was nice. Wait a minute. You saw me like last week. Weren't you here last week on Thursday? Could have swore to God you were here on Thursday. All right, guys, 4 minutes. I'll let you guys give me your last suggestions before I go to sleep and dream about me living in my old neighborhood. I say often. We don't do shit that often. We don't do anything that often. Yeah, I don't really use the T. No, I don't use the T. I'm lazy. I'm lazy as hell. Oh, so lazy. Should I earn this laziness? I couldn't afford to be lazy 4 or 5 years ago. So when people say, why don't you ever do anything? It's because I don't have to. Shit, I earned it. Fuck it. I'm a lazy ass dude. I'm going to sleep until 3 o'clock tomorrow. Damn it. I have an MMA lesson in the morning. God damn it, Slava. God damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely getting old. I'm definitely getting old. I don't care about getting old. As long as the girls around me are still young, I don't care about getting old. It doesn't bother me. I hate when girls tell me, oh, you look so much younger than 30, and they think it's supposed to make me feel good. It's like, I don't care. Look how good you look. You look like you're 21 and you're gorgeous. I don't care how old I look. Don't remind. Where the hell's my blue pen? You chick stole my blue pen? You know what? Swear to God. I gotta start cutting hands off, like in Saudi Arabia. All right. Almost 30. Yeah, your body will stop working and stuff at one point. And I'm always 18. That's a perfect age. Back in my day, but back when I was in New York, when we used to talk to a girl and she was like, she's 17, we'll give her our number, say, call us when you're 18. Like on your birthday, just call us on your birthday. That shit was hilarious. And one girl actually did it. This one Mexican girl actually called me on her birthday 2 years after I gave her the card, and she came and hung out with me and my friends. She actually did it. I could not believe it. Luckily for her, I had the same number for like 8 years, and just like here in Russia, I had the same phone number for 4 years here in Russia, the same number. And she was like, oh, they already started using this phrase. Yeah, I'm 30, so, back in my day, man, we had to go to the library. We couldn't just go on Google and get the answers. We had to go all the way to the library and actually read books in that motherfucker. You have to actually go outside. You kids got it so easy. You got it so easy. We couldn't just talk to people on Facebook and meet them or on Tinder. We had pen pals, people we had to write to. It would take like 2 weeks for our letter to get to them, and it'll take 2 weeks for their letter to get back to us. So it's like a letter a month. So we write 12 messages to each other a month. Now you kids are writing 100 messages a night and getting instant replies. You don't understand how good you have it. All right? So enjoy that shit. Definitely enjoy that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we didn't have Google, but we had a lot of fun hanging out with friends instead of messaging them. That's true. We were outside a lot. That's true. We were outside a whole lot with each other. We were in better shape. We were better sportsmen and all that stuff than the kids are now. Yeah. We weren't that fat. Yeah. All that stuff is true. That's definitely true and shit. I don't think it's for the good. We have so much information and so many ways to get it, but taking for granted and actually don't use all possibilities. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We're getting lazy. Oh, Talon has a new picture. All right, guys, I'm going to sleep. I have to get up early in the goddamn morning, not for work, but for this goddamn MMA class. My stupid friend Slav is making me do it. He's an asshole. All right, guys, so I'll catch you next time on Thursday. It was fun. Maybe we'll do more pronunciation or something, but we'll find out. So see you guys later. Good night and good day.